Hey everybody, this is Crowdall here with Lazy Games. Today I'm going to be playing Delver. This is not a Twitch play, obviously. And this is actually a game I found 2014, around then. And it's an indie game made by Priority Interrupts, as you can see. I've actually enjoyed it immensely. And here we go. Now, this is an indie first-person dungeon crawler with roguelike elements. It plops in the middle of this camp in a forest. Past gravestones. It does have somewhat of a story. You're in the dungeon looking for past explorers. Don't forget to break them loot boxes, oh man. And it gives you shops to start out with, which is quite nice. This is a magician shop. And this is the general goods shop. And you can purchase arrows, weapons, and armor. These are randomized every time. Except for skill in a jar. That is always there, and that's a level up. And if you'd notice, everything's kind of expensive. That's actually because it lets you keep your money on every death. And then we have Mr. Musician over here. Alright, let's head in. Now, some of you might be put off by this game. I was originally. I thought it looked a lot like Minecraft. Too much, actually. But it's not. It's actually quite unique. Grab a candle so I can see in the dark now. Oh, enemy first off. Alright. Magic can actually block, and it's a useful thing in this game. It's just kind of hard to execute. The hitboxes are a little hard to get used to, but they do make sense the more you play. This game is kind of middle-of-the-road difficulty. It's not exactly hard, but it's not easy either. What just happened behind me was that you can actually shoot potions, and they will explode. Some books for knowledge. Now, exploring the dungeon is really all this game is about. You get to explore the dungeon. Once you get to the end, well, I'll let you discover that on your own. This game's art style is not exactly unique, but it is well done. And it has gone through major improvements. I don't know if anybody bought it when it first, or close to when it first came out, and then just quit after a while, but it has gone through a lot of massive improvements. But so, the dungeons are, for the most part, randomly generated. Once you played enough, you do start to recognize the rooms and the setups and kind of how they connect to each other, but for the most part are randomly generated, along with loot. Loot is randomly generated on every floor, and for every enemy drop. I mean, you can kill an enemy and get one of the best weapons in the game, or you can go the entire game with only getting the dagger at the start. So it is frustrating, but it does force you to adapt and get better with multiple things, rather than just finding one and sticking to it. The way the leveling system works in this game is also experience-based, as with most RPGs. It gives you 3 stats at a time to choose from. I believe they are random, as they do cycle through, and it leads to some interesting builds. You can go for a tank build, you can go for a speedy build, or you can go for an agile build. And agility actually affects the rate at which you move while your weapon is charged, and how quickly you attack with it. Speed is obviously walking speed, and I think we all know what tanky build means. There are a bundle of different weapons in the game, be it a dagger, sword, mace, hammer, axe, bow and arrow, or even magic wands. And the magic wands are actually almost invaluable later in the game, as all ranged weapons are. You can also pick items up and throw them at enemies, and that also creates a barrier between you and the enemy, which is useful for blocking magical attacks. There are stores inside of the dungeons as well, although they are rare. They are not guaranteed. But it is nice, if you're running low on supplies, or just have extra money you'd like to spend, gain another level, you can. There are also accessories, offhands, rings, and necklaces, and these have a plethora of effects. They can give you extra health, more armor class, speed, damage, you name it, they can give it to you. enemies do have quite different attack patterns, be it lunging at you, running straight for you, even trying to circle around, or these big floating eyes are ranged like mages, but they have a lot more mobility, which makes them very dangerous. Potions are randomized on every playthrough, meaning you have to use them to know the effect, and they're not all good. Some are poison, some are defensive, some are offensive, some are healing. You can also find healing items like food. Ale is actually one of the best healing items, and they're heal over time. The map can show you where you've been, as well as where you haven't been if you're paying attention. It can also show you hidden side corridors if you're paying very close attention. And like I said, once you've played the game for a while, you actually do start to recognize the build and layout of all the rooms. So it does get easier as you play more. I do believe this game is still in pre-release. You can still get it now for the pre-release price. But I can't wait to see where it goes and just kind of what they can do with it. It is a very, as I said, simple game, but at the same time there is a complexity in how you build your characters, how you use the weapons you're given, and, well, the end of the game is something no one saw coming. It's a little special. Alright everyone, this has been Crowdoll with LazyGams. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my quick little showcase of this game. As I said, this is a game that I've had for a little while now, and I have really enjoyed it. I have thoroughly enjoyed it in the time that I've had it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. If you like this video, please remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Watch me at twitch.tv/Crowdoll. Follow me on Twitter at twitter/LazyGams.